There are moments in life when a person wakes up, looks at themselves in the mirror, and doesn't quite recognize the reflection staring back, not because of age, not because of change, but because somewhere along the journey, something inside them, something essential, something powerful has faded. It's a quiet fading, a subtle weakening, a sense that the fire that once burned in the chest, in the mind, in the spirit has dimmed. Sometimes this fading shows up as exhaustion, sometimes as hesitation, sometimes as fear, sometimes as a feeling of inadequacy, as though life has grown heavier than our ability to carry it. And sometimes, though few dare to speak about it, it shows up in the body's response to stress, pressure, overwhelm, or unmet emotional needs. It shows up as a disconnect between who we once felt we were and who we think we've become. Today, I want to talk about that disconnect. I want to talk about reclaiming strength where you thought you'd lost it. I want to talk about restoring confidence where doubt has taken root. I want to talk about revitalizing your inner power, your drive, your courage, your fire. The theme of today, Reverse Erectile Dysfunction Fast without Viagra, is not a conversation about medicine. It is not a conversation about biology. It is a conversation about reviving the parts of your life that have gone limp from neglect, fear, exhaustion, or emotional depletion. It is about restoring the vitality of your purpose, the stamina of your commitment, and the strength of your identity. It is about becoming fully alive again. Because in every one of us, there exists a force capable of remarkable resilience, a force capable of rising even after years of pressure, a force capable of returning to strength even after seasons of weakness. And that force is not found in a pill. It is found in reclaiming the integrity of who you are once and for all. Today, we're going to explore exactly that through 3 key principles that can transform your life from the inside out. Principles that can restore your confidence, ignite your purpose, and reconnect you with the power you thought you'd lost. Let's begin. Key point 1, reclaim the power you gave away. There is a moment in every person's life when they unknowingly hand their power to something outside themselves. It might be fear. It might be failure. It might be other people's expectations. It might be disappointment. It might be a story they've been told about who they are or what they're capable of. And for many, the giving away of power is so gradual, so subtle, that they don't notice it until the consequences show up physically. Tension in the shoulders, heaviness in the chest, exhaustion in the spirit, and a feeling of being disconnected from your own sense of masculinity, purpose, or strength. Weakness rarely begins in the body. Weakness begins in the mind. It begins when you start believing that you are defined by setback, that you are limited by circumstance, that you are smaller than the challenges in front of you. And when that belief takes root, it doesn't just affect how you think, it affects how you live, how you show up, how you move, how you speak, and yes, how you connect with yourself and others. Let me tell you a story. A man once attended one of my talks. Afterward, he approached me slowly, shoulders slumped, eyes tired, voice quiet. He said, "I don't know what happened to me. I used to feel strong. I used to feel powerful. Now I feel like a shell, and I don't know how to get myself back." I asked him a question: when did you first start feeling that way? He paused, he thought, and then the truth came out. Was after I failed, after I let myself down. After I disappointed people who believed in me. I started believing the failure was me. A failure is not who you are. Failure is what happened to you. And what happened to you is never stronger than what is possible within you. But that man had done what so many of us do. He had swallowed a belief that weakened him. He had internalized a narrative that drained him. He had accepted a version of himself that was smaller than the truth. He had given away his power. And here is the hard truth. When you give away your power, your life responds by mirroring that weakness back to you emotionally, mentally, relationally, and even physically. But here is the beautiful truth. Once you identify where you gave your power away, you can reclaim it. Reclaim your power from the criticism that wounded you. Reclaim your power from the expectations that suffocated you. Reclaim your power from the shame that silenced you. Reclaim your power from the fear that paralyzed you. Reclaim your power from the version of yourself that doubted your worth. Because when a person stands tall inside themselves, when they know their value, their strength, their identity, the body takes notice. The soul takes notice. Self-respect is an energy. Self-belief is a vitamin. Self-trust is medicine. And reclaiming your power is the first step in restoring your vitality everywhere. Key point 2, rebuild from the inside out. Once you've reclaimed the power you gave away, the next step is to rebuild your internal foundation. The habits, beliefs, and emotional patterns that shape your strength. Many people look for quick fixes, the magic pill, the shortcut, the instant solution, something external that will do the work for them. But lasting change, the kind that restores confidence, restores identity, restores presence, comes from the inside out. Strength is not found in shortcuts. Strength is found in alignment. There was a man I once coached privately. He told me he felt disconnected, emotionally, physically, spiritually. He felt like he had lost his edge. He felt like he was living life at half volume, he said. "I don't feel like myself anymore." When someone tells me they don't feel like themselves, I always ask, which part of yourself did you stop listening to? He thought for a moment, then answered, "I stopped listening to the part of me that wanted more, the part of me that wanted purpose, the part of me that needed rest, the part of me that needed honesty. And in that right there is the heart of rebuilding, restoring the connection with your authentic self. When you rebuild from the inside out, you do three important things. First, you rebuild your identity. You remind yourself of who you are, not who you've been pressured to be. You reconnect with your values, your fire, your mission. You stand firmly in your truth. Second, you rebuild your emotional vitality. You give yourself space to feel again, to express again, to breathe again, to let go of the emotional burdens you've been carrying, often silently, for years. Third, you rebuild your inner stamina, not with force, not with pressure, but with consistency, with small steps that accumulate, with choices that honor your growth, not sabotage it. And something incredible happens when you rebuild from the inside out. Your strength returns, your confidence returns, your energy returns, your presence returns, because vitality isn't only physical. Vitality is mental. Vitality is spiritual. Vitality is purpose-driven. And when you rebuild your inner world, the outer world begins to shift in response. Rebuilding doesn't mean perfection. Rebuilding means alignment. Rebuilding means choosing yourself again every day, not because you are broken, but because you are worth strengthening. Not because you are weak, but because you are growing. Not because something is wrong with you, but because something powerful is waking up within you. Key point 3. Reignite your drive and purpose. Now we come to the third and final key point. The moment when a person goes from restored to unstoppable, reigniting your drive and purpose. Let me tell you something honest. A man without purpose is a man living at half capacity. A man without direction is a man running on empty. A man without a mission is a man whose internal fire will naturally dim. Purpose is not optional. Purpose is essential. Purpose is the ultimate source of vitality. The body responds to purpose. The heart responds to purpose. And yes, the parts of us connected to confidence, identity, intimacy, and self-worth respond to purpose too. I met a man at a retreat who told me he felt drained, discouraged, depleted. He said he had been feeling less like himself for years, but after speaking for a while, I discovered something crucial. He had stopped doing the things that made him feel alive. He had stopped dreaming. He had stopped challenging himself. He had stopped pursuing growth. He had stopped stepping into the world with intention. He had stopped living and had started merely existing. So I asked him a question that changed everything. When did you stop living for something greater than the day in front of you? His eyes filled with emotion because he knew the answer immediately. When I stopped believing my life mattered. Purpose is oxygen. Purpose is fuel. Purpose is the spark that reawakens your energy, your strength, your desire, your passion. When a person reconnects with purpose, something extraordinary happens. Their posture changes, their tone changes, their confidence rises, their spirit awakens, their drive returns, their presence deepens. Purpose brings a man back to life. Reigniting your drive doesn't mean reinventing yourself. It means returning to yourself, returning to the ambitions you silenced, returning to the dreams you paused, returning to the vision you tucked away because you convinced yourself life no longer had room for it. But life always has room for purpose. Life always has room for growth. Life always has room for the man you are still becoming. Reigniting your drive might mean starting a project you've postponed. It might mean stepping into leadership. It might mean committing to your health, your relationships, your self-respect. It might mean pursuing excellence, not because someone expects it, but because you demand it from yourself. And when you reignite your drive, when you live with direction, strength doesn't just return. Strength multiplies. Confidence multiplies, energy multiplies. Vitality multiplies, masculinity multiplies, purpose multiplies. Because alignment creates power, and a life lived in purpose is a life lived in strength. Closing your moment of renewal, today's message is not about a condition. It is about a transformation, a reclaiming, a renewal. It is about restoring the parts of you that life has tried to weaken. It is about reconnecting with the power you thought you'd lost. It is about rebuilding your identity with integrity and intention. It is about reigniting your drive so fully that every part of your life feels the impact. Let's recap the truth you now hold. First, reclaim the power you gave away. You are not the sum of your failures. You are not the echo of your doubts. You are not the reflection of your weakest days. You are stronger than the story that tried to define you. Second, rebuild from the inside out. Your vitality begins within. Your return to strength begins within. Choose habits, beliefs, and values that elevate your life. Third, reignite your drive and purpose. Purpose is the fuel of greatness. Purpose is the foundation of strength. Purpose is the spark that brings your entire being back to life. Now, here is your moment, your turning point, your invitation to rise. Because the world needs you. Not the weakened version of you, not the doubtful version of you, not the diminished version of you. The world needs the whole you, the strong you, the present you, the engaged you, the aligned you, the powerful you. This is the moment you decide to stop shrinking. This is the moment you decide to stop hiding. This is the moment you decide to stop living at half capacity. This is the moment you choose to rise. Rise into your identity. Rise into your confidence. Rise into your purpose. Rise into the life waiting for the strongest version of you. Reclaim your power. Rebuild your foundation. Reignite your fired, fully restored, fully alive, fully ready to live the life you were meant to live. Your strength is not gone, your strength is awakening, and today you rise.